Sarah Ferguson discouraging Beatrice and Eugenie from being seen with her. Welcome, dear viewers, to another gripping episode of Crown Chronicles, your premier destination for the deepest dives, boldest revelations, and most captivating stories from inside the British royal family. If you're passionate about royal intrigue, emotional truths, and the stories hiding behind palace walls, then you are exactly where you belong. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, because on Crown Chronicles, the truth is always more fascinating than the headlines. Today's story is one that touches on family, reputation, and the quiet heartbreak behind public appearances. The title says it all. Sarah Ferguson is reportedly discouraging Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie from being seen with her. But as with every royal story, nothing is as simple as it appears. The reasons behind this surprising move reveal deep personal struggles, decades of public scrutiny, and a mother trying desperately to protect her daughters, even if it means stepping aside. Imagine for a moment the world Sarah Ferguson has lived in for the past 30 years. From the moment she married Prince Andrew, she was thrust into a spotlight that was equal parts dazzled and unforgiving. She has been adored, criticized, mocked, celebrated, and torn down in cycles that would break even the strongest spirit. But through it all, Fergie has remained fiercely devoted to her daughters, guiding them through the complex maze of royalty and public life. Now, according to royal insiders, she is quietly insisting that Beatrice and Eugenie keep their distance from her in public, not out of coldness, not out of embarrassment, but out of fear. Fear that her own reputation, already fragile from decades of scandals and recent controversies connected to Andrew, could spill over and harm the futures of the two women she loves most in the world. This isn't a story of estrangement. It's a story of a mother battling against a storm she believed she must face alone. Behind the scenes, sources say Sarah Ferguson is deeply aware that public perception of her remains complicated. While many admire her resilience, others still link her name to the shadows surrounding Prince Andrew's ongoing controversies and the couple's precarious living situation. With King Charles streamlining the monarchy, decisions about public associations and image have never been more delicate. And Fergie, with her trademark bluntness and stubborn heart, has apparently decided that the best way to protect her daughters is to distance herself from them, at least in public. Princess Beatrice, who has stepped into a more visible royal-adjacent role in recent years, is said to be quietly grappling with this. She has always been close to her mother. Fergie was her protector, confidant, and cheerleader through some of the harshest years of public scrutiny. Now, as Beatrice navigates motherhood, new responsibilities, and the shifting expectations of the modern monarchy, she suddenly finds herself being asked to step forward without the woman who supported her at every turn. Princess Eugenie, too, is reportedly torn. Known for her compassion and loyalty, she has been the one to stand by her mother during some of the most difficult chapters of her life. Yet even she understands the complicated logic behind Fergie's request. The sisters know the public landscape is volatile. They know the media, at times, magnifies and distorts anything it can. And they know that their mother's involvement in their public lives could be used, unfairly, against them. For the York sisters, this isn't simply about optics. It's about identity. Their relationship with their mother has always been a central part of who they are, both as women and as royals. But now, with pressure mounting on their family and whispers within the palace growing louder, they face a new reality: how to navigate their roles without the presence of the one person who has always been by their side. Meanwhile, Sarah Ferguson is battling her own emotional turmoil. Friends say she feels a deep ache at the thought of distancing herself from her daughters, but believes it is necessary. She has always described Beatrice and Eugenie as her world, her greatest achievement, her source of strength. And yet she is now wrestling with the heartbreaking possibility that her visibility may do them more harm than good. Privately, Fergie has reportedly expressed that she doesn't want to be the reason her daughters face criticism. Not now. Not when the monarchy is undergoing seismic shifts. Not when the York family already feels the pressure of Andrew's exile, reduced roles, and the uncertainty surrounding their future. Insiders describe Fergie as being painfully self-aware, knowing that the world can be cruel, knowing that mistakes linger longer when they are royal, and knowing that the smallest misstep can overshadow years of good work. In her mind, this is not a retreat. It is a sacrifice, a mother's sacrifice, but perhaps the most poignant part of this story is what it reveals about the changing nature of the royal family. The Yorks, once a vibrant and highly visible branch of the Windsor tree, now find themselves stepping back, some by choice, others by pressure, others by circumstance. Beatrice and Eugenie have always walked the line between royal duty and private life, but now that line is thinner, sharper, and far less forgiving. Every decision they make, every appearance they give, and every person they stand beside is scrutinized through a new lens. The question now is, what does this mean for the future? Will Beatrice and Eugenie feel compelled to distance themselves from their mother entirely? Or will they find private ways to keep her close while navigating their new roles? Will Fergie's protective distance help her daughters thrive, or leave them feeling more isolated during one of the most turbulent moments in their family's history? And most importantly, how will this emotional recalibration reshape the York family's identity within a monarchy that is evolving faster than ever? As we watch this story unfold, one thing becomes clear: behind every headline about the royal family, there are real people with real emotions, real fears, and real sacrifices. And in this case, the sacrifice may be one of the deepest Sarah Ferguson has ever made. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles, where we uncover the truth behind the royal curtain. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal saga, because trust us, there is so much more to come.